The brand new Western Star has finally come to American Truck Simulator, and I'm really, really excited to get driving it. So let's go ahead, roll that intro, and jump right into it. Alright, and we are now in the cab of the truck, ready to roll out. We are in Oregon, I believe just north of Bend. We have a stump grinder on the trailer. We're going to go ahead and haul that. I don't honestly remember where, but we'll see where we end up going. And hopefully get to test drive this truck. You will notice too, this is my first American Truck Sim video with Track IR, trying to get everything set up, so do bear with me. Crossing my fingers, wheel cam is back as well, because I now have both PCs up and running. So, without further ado, let's start this thing up. Alright, truck is now up and running, and I do want to say this too. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead. I'm going to throw this into drive. I am driving automatic, so we're just going to do that. Let's go ahead and let's make our way out of here. Should be all clear on either side. We'll make our way forward nice and slow. You'll have to bear with me too, because it's going to take some getting used to as to how this truck steers and drives and stuff. I do think I just clipped those logs, but we're not going to talk about that. I don't very often have that kind of an issue with driving on here, but I'm having it today. But yeah, here we go. We are out on the road again. It feels so good to jump back into American Truck Sim and try this out for the first time with everything going, hoping it goes well. I do want to say this too, my computer troubles have not stopped. It turns out it was not fully the power supply. I am still having a couple of issues, one with my Elgato and with some other stuff, which I do believe is my motherboard, which is a much harder thing to figure out. So we will see what happens with that. I'll keep you guys updated. Videos and stuff might be a little random for a little longer, but I am trying my damnedest to get everything set up in a way that I can get some more stuff out to you guys. I totally did not spend 10 hours plus trying to get Farm Sim up and going again. Yeah, that's definitely taken a while. However, one bonus to that is I am aiming to try and put together a mods list for that series as well, which I will go back and retroactively update all of my descriptions for that. So if you like that series and you want to see the mods I use, keep an eye out when that comes back to my channel, because hopefully I will be doing something for that. Now, the other thing that I've had a lot of requests for is City Skylines to make a return. A lot of people on stream have been asking for that. I am working on that, I want you guys to know, but that I have like thousands of mods in, so yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a mods list. I will try my best, but yeah, obviously the way I do things is I try to keep everything on Steam, blah blah blah, you know the deal. I'm going way too fast, oh my lord. Are my windows down? No, they are not. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. No. I'm going to stop the truck right here because... Actually, we'll go up to the stop sign. I think I just noticed something that I want to take a look at that is, like, attention to detail that I am very impressed with from SES. Alright, we're going to come out here and we're just going to stop right at the stop sign. Okay. Now, I can't look down, but I might try to zoom in on it. So, okay, I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, but a quick press, either way, up or down on the windows, makes them go all the way up or all the way down. Or you can hold it to go to a spot now. But the buttons show up, which makes me wonder, I wonder if they did it for moving the mirrors as well. That would be insane. That's really cool, SCS. Shouts to that one, because I'm about to rip into this truck a little bit. Now, most of you guys probably know, let me actually... see if I can get out here on the road real quick. Trying not to kill anybody. Keyword there is try. Oh, I wasn't looking hard enough. I'm going to go ahead and turn my beacons on as well now that we are out on the road. But most of you guys will know I am a massive, massive Western Star fan. This is a truck that, or a company that I am in love with in a lot of ways. Peterbilt and companies like that are up there for me. But Western Star is something where, growing up in the north, in Maine, or in southern Maine, but which is the north to pretty much everybody else, or what my friends like to call South Canada, apparently. But a huge industry here being logging. I've talked about it before, and most of the trucks that they use are heavy-duty Western Star trucks. I believe like the 4900s and stuff like that. I believe this one's the 49X is the newer series. Forgive me if I say anything that is incorrect information on here. Don't take anything I say as fact, because I'm just going based off of, in some cases, guessing or just a little bit of minor knowledge I have outside. But I am just as excited to be driving this truck as I am disappointed, and that's for a couple of reasons. The main one being sounds. Sounds in this game are a huge deal to me in a lot of ways. Like, I don't want to drive a truck if it doesn't sound good. I want to drive a truck that sounds good, that feels good all around, that looks good. Like, that's what I want. That's why I drive a lot of custom trucks. That's why I don't drive a lot of the newer trucks, because I just don't like them as much. Like that Volvo that's about to pass us, stuff like that I'm iffy on. Some of the newer VNLs I really like, or the VNR. Those are nice trucks. But funnily enough, it's weird because SCS implemented the new sound update, which is amazing. We get a lot of cool new opportunities with the new sounds engine and stuff like that. But at the same time, all of the sounds that we're getting are for newer modern trucks, which, to be quite honest with you, because they're all being silenced because of things like town ordinances or, you know, whatever it is on that front, they sound like crap. Like, if you ask me honestly what my thoughts on the engine sounds of this truck are, they suck. They suck. It's so quiet, and I get it. It's not SCS's fault. It's not like Western Star's out to get everybody. They're just trying to keep up with the industry, and as much as I love the loud, noisy trucks, I get it. But for me, honestly, it's pretty sad. I mean, I'll hit the jakes once we get really going, but the jakes, it's the silent jaking system. It's so quiet. And I'm one of those guys that, you know, when I'm on stream or whatever, you know me, I'm driving my 389, and at every possible hill, I'm, you know, ripping on my jakes with the Cummins engine in, and I'm screaming down a hill, you know? Just like, I don't know. It's not the same. I'll hit them right now. So see, that's the jakes. Also, for some reason, it seems like... So I'm driving this truck in automatic, and the only reason I'm driving it in automatic is because it's a newer truck that's meant to be in automatic. It's meant to make it easier and more comfortable for whoever's driving it. I prefer manual personally, but I tried driving this truck in manual and for some reason had a really hard time. Partially because I tend to shift off of sound. I never really taught myself properly how to shift based on gearing. Something I still have to learn and I still have a ways to go with. But it is a really hard truck to drive in that aspect if you drive like I do in that way. So just a fair warning. I didn't mean to go out this far. Oh, I'm gonna do a no-no. You saw it here first, folks. I'm having a really hard time adjusting to using Track IR, if I'm honest with you guys. It's awesome, and it's probably one of the coolest things I've gotten for this game so far, because it means I don't have to have my mirror up, I don't have to have any of that, and it's definitely more immersive in a lot of ways. At least for me personally, because I'm someone who I easily get lost in games. Like, I forget that there's, you know, monitors around me and there's all this stuff. I'm so focused on the game. But it is difficult to get used to. But nevertheless, back to the truck. Honestly, not a huge fan of the sounds of the truck per se. But that's such a minor detail. If you ask me how I think the looks are, I think it looks fantastic. Honestly, I think it looks really good. Oh, I hear a train. Oh, dude, I can actually look to see the train now. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I missed it. Damn it. That was a very nerd moment. I don't like that. I need that to not be on camera or on tape. I also just had a complete brain fart and forgot what I was saying. Oh, the looks of the truck. Overall, the looks of the truck, I genuinely like the looks of the truck. There's little bits and pieces here that I'm not necessarily a huge fan of. In some ways, it almost has too much chrome for me, which, as somebody who loves chrome, is like, what the heck? But like the fenders and stuff on the side, or you know, things like that. Sometimes it can be a little bit much. The one thing outside of this too, SCS apparently is doing some pretty big updates to the heavy haul DLC pack, which is awesome. We are getting some heavy duty tires, which I have asked for a long time, and we are getting lowboy trailers and stuff like that. I don't know if I've talked about that before, but yeah, we're getting ownable lowboys and stuff like that, which as someone who focuses on that, that's really cool. But why have we yet to get a proper LED amber light bar instead of just round spinning halogen beacons? Like, why is it so difficult to get one when they did one for ETS2? That is my only request. Also, I realize I am going very, very slow for this truck. I gotta pay attention here. But I don't necessarily understand quite why we haven't gotten something like that. And I would like to see something like that. I would also like to see like the front mounted lights too. I'd like to see options to place them, because it's not like those aren't big industries here. I mean, especially for Western Star. Western Star is literally known for forestry and heavy haul and the tough industries. It's an industry truck. That's why I love it. It's a tough truck. Western Star has always just... To me, when I see Western Star, I see tough. When I see Peterbilt, I see custom, I see clean, and in some cases, I see tough. But to me, seeing a Peterbilt in the woods doesn't really match up as much as seeing a Western Star in the woods hauling stuff. Don't know why, it's just always been that way. But to me, a Peterbilt is more of an over-the-road, long-distance truck than, say, a Western Star. And for now, I will say this too, the Western Star does not have any sleepers on it. However, I've had rumors in my Discord from people that it is something that is on the way. I don't honestly know. I'm hoping that maybe we get some more options for the truck, because it did come out quite limited. Oh, and the other thing too, with those light bars, what I would like to see is, why haven't we gotten one that can mount to the forestry pack, the forestry pack headboards, or not headboards, what am I talking about? Headache racks. Like, why headboard? That's on a bed. Yeah, why haven't we got a headache rack that we can mount a light bar to? Because that's a pretty big thing here in the US. A lot of guys do that. That's just one of those little clean aspects. But we have yet to get that. We'll see what happens. I would like to see that, especially with the heavy haul DLC coming out. That's something I want to focus on a little more. That's something I love doing. But we will see with time. Overall, for what it is, I'm happy with this truck. This is probably, out of all of the trucks that have been dropped and out of all of the trucks that are in-game as of this moment in time, this is at the top of my list. That was a floating cop car for a second, and I don't know why. But when it comes to like the Peterbilt in this game is super, super, super basic. I will not drive that truck unless I absolutely have to. I tend to go after Viper's truck if I'm doing any sort of single player, just because it's cleaner in my opinion. But you know, that is what it is. But yeah, so I just totally had another brain fart. It has been a day of just trying to get this set up, trying to get wheel cam set up for you guys has been insanity. Trying to sort out PC troubles has been insanity. I'm starting to just grow tired of that, if I'm honest with you guys. But we're getting there. Soon we'll be at a position where I can just jump on, do my thing, and not have to worry. And I do want to say this too, like, I want to offer yet another thanks to you guys, because without the support that I'm getting from Patreon or from Twitch or any of that, I would not be able to be doing what I'm doing right now. I would be back to work normal, I would be doing other things, but you guys have given me the opportunity to continue making videos and stuff like that. So to anyone who watches, likes, comments, subs, any of that stuff, like, that does genuinely make a difference, and I sincerely appreciate it. And then an extra thanks to those of you who have supported me on Patreon as I roll my truck, who have supported me on Patreon or supported me on Twitch with, you know, subs or stuff like that. Like, that stuff all goes right back into the channel through things like the PC, so that I can put out even better content to you guys. And honestly, we've just been rocking it over at Twitch, twitch.tv/LonghaulerGMG if you want to see me stream live. I've been doing a lot of SnowRunner lately, that sort of thing. I want to ask you guys this while it's on my brain. my friends are begging me to play Among Us. It's not something that I'm particularly interested in, and I think I've blatantly said before I am not playing it. But I think I'm starting to give into the peer pressure. Not something I normally do. I managed to make it through, let's see here, 20 years of life, and I haven't touched any drugs. 21 years of life, however old I am, I don't even know anymore. But I haven't touched drugs, I don't drink, I don't do nothing, so I've managed to survive that kind of peer pressure. But apparently, I can't survive my games begging me to play my friends. That's not at all how that sentence was supposed to go down. My friends begging me to play games. Jeez, dude, that was an absolute brain fart. God, that was probably one of the worst brain farts I've had in a while. I honestly feel like I could speak backwards more fluently than I could speak forwards, if that makes any sort of sense. It probably doesn't. But would you guys want to see Among Us on the channel? It's so far outside of everything I do. Depending on what I receive, like, let me know in the comments or stuff like that. And depending on what I receive, I probably might end up streaming it. I don't know. It's really not... What's with the floating cars? SCS really needs to work on the game optimization and stuff. I don't know what it is with the floating cars. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think on that front, and we will just see where it takes us, I guess. But yeah, back on the road. God, this feels so good. I love this. I love having like track IR on here and stuff like that. Like, I wanted to go with VR. I've probably said this before. Like, I wanted to do VR originally, but VR for me is really, really hard to watch compared to track IR. Track IR to me is still harder to watch than just static, like I used to do with the wheel cam, as in like steering camera, where when I turn the wheel, the camera rotates with it, kind of a thing. But if I'm honest, like, I've tried to smooth out track IR as much as I can, so there's not as much bobbing or stuff like there would be in other videos. It's definitely still me moving my head around from side to side like I normally would. Oh, brakes on this truck are really good. But yeah, for what it is, I'm happy with it. I really do enjoy it. What the heck is that? Oh, that's a rectangle crow is what I'm going to call that, off in the distance, as we get ready to head into this mountain climb, which will be a little fun in the Western Star. Now, my intention was to start in the woods and end in the woods, but clearly that has not gone to plan. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know why. I think I took the wrong job, but I already have it hooked up. We're already partway there, so we're going to take it. Also, you can actually see, if you look close enough at the gauge, if YouTube decides not to over-compress the video, that this truck only has 254 miles on it, which is a brand spanking new. I had to go unlock the dealership, which was fun, but I have certain kind of cheats that I can go wherever I need to for videos and stuff, so that's the one thing. I'm one of those people where I very rarely use cheats in games, but for American Truck Sim or Euro Truck, there are two main things I do with them. I enabled developer mode because I use the camera to record cinematics, so like the intro to this series or the intro to Euro Truck is using the developer camera controls, and some special stuff I set up on my end that I'm not going to disclose because that stuff is impossible for me to find anywhere else. So I had no help, and honestly I'm going to keep it kind of to me. But nevertheless, I do that, and then the other thing too is when I moved my profile over to this computer, I ended up losing a bunch of progress for some reason. So I didn't have all of the cities and stuff and garages that I had before. So I can use the developer stuff just to teleport wherever I need to. Oops, sorry for the head whip there, but the cord got caught. I need to get a new headset with a cable on it so I can just throw the track IR on there and use it with my microphone. Gonna be a weird thing having two different headsets, a wireless one for when I'm just casually working and doing my thing during the day, and then a wired one specifically for streaming or whatever. But we will see if we can make this turn. Go ahead, buddy. I believe that is a modded truck, so I still have mods. I'm on my original game save, which is dedicated to mods, but obviously the one that I originally made for this series has mods on it too now. This one is the one that I've had since like way back in the beginning when the game first originally came out. So there's that. Also, I realize I keep putting my arm in the way of the camera. I am just driving how I naturally drive in real life. Also, I am butchering it too. So I'm going to focus down this curve for a second. Make sure we don't cross the double yellow. Getting right up to it though. Probably going to have to get into this way station. I do like how the pass is in the roof. But if I'm honest with you, I feel like that's a major blind spot. I don't necessarily understand what the thing on the roof is now that I think about it. What is that thing that the pass is actually on? Does anybody know? That is weird. It's not a mirror or nothing like that, so I don't honestly know what it could be, but if you guys know, feel free to let me know. That's pretty interesting. But this is definitely a work truck. I mean, if I was to look up, you can see it's got like the cubbies and stuff up top for whatever you need and all that fun stuff. Need to move my cable here. Probably gonna see that on the wheel cam, kind of jank, but do it. Make it work. I don't know why, but it accidentally slipped out from where I had it. We will stop and get scaled. If it's anything like going to the doctors and getting scaled, it's just going to say fat in big red letters. Oh, okay. Well, joke's on me, I guess. I don't have my menu pop-up set on here. I was like, why didn't the thing pop up? Because I turned it off for immersion's sake. Rest in pepperonis. We got the green light, so we're going to go, because that's what you do with a green light. You go. We will make our way around. Speaking of green light, go. Racing. Been busy with racing again. Picked up a ton of new stuff with the intention of using it for things like Petit Le Mans over on iRacing. The endurance team is still going strong and growing by the day, which is amazing. Shouts to Wes, Brandon, and the crew. I am still so just thankful to be a part of that whole team and be able to learn from those guys. Those guys are doing a lot to kind of help me grow and learn. And I will say this, so most of you guys probably weren't there for Bathurst. Bathurst was a super late night stream. We raced on the Australian servers. It was rough. I wrecked the car immediately after Wes gave it to me. I was not happy with myself. I definitely probably got on myself a little too much about it. I think Wes realized and he was trying to keep me chill. And I really feel bad because at some point Wes just decided he was going to take over. I think he figured I had kind of checked out, and if I'm honest with you, I think he was just about right. I was just trying to keep the car in one piece, and I couldn't do it. I had been up all damn day, and I should not have raced to begin with, so shouts to Wes for taking over for me and bringing home the first top 10 of Rumble Bus Endurance. So we're getting there. Our average finishing place is getting a lot lower in terms of getting closer to top 10s, which for average is a lot more difficult, I think, than individual races. We're slowly getting better. I do feel bad still about that, but it is what it is. Just got to learn from it and try again next time. But the reason I'm talking about that too is I was supposed to be partaking in Petit Le Mans. It was actually supposed to be tonight. And if this video goes out on time, which it may not, I don't know. It depends on how the day goes. But with Petit Le Mans, it turns out that would mean a 40-hour day for me, starting at... Because I get up at 4 a.m. I go to bed at 8, partially because that's just my schedule. 4 a.m., like after 4 a.m. is when I can record. Not to mention my girlfriend is British, so it fits with her schedule a lot better, because her and I spend a lot of our day together doing stuff via like a call or, things like that. But... that means that my day would start at 4 a.m. and wouldn't 4 a.m. on a Friday and wouldn't end until 8 p.m. on a Saturday, which is new. That's too much even for me. I am not capable of doing that and keeping a car in one piece, because it kind of worked out really rough where my day kind of like ends at 8 p.m. I'm usually in bed like ready to crash at 8 p.m. The race would start at 9 p.m. and then end at 7 a.m., and then my stream's supposed to start at 8 a.m., so I'd have an hour to get food and clean up, and it's just like, ugh. Oh wait, I thought that was a I thought that was something completely different there that we were coming off. Oops. Yakima. We were in Yakima. Make sure no one's coming on the ramp here. Looks like we're okay. I'm drifting. Oops. Actually, I have to move over. Oh, that guy's making a U-turn, so we can just move over right here. Make our way down. But yeah, so not going to be partaking in Petit Le Mans. I don't know how many races I'm going to be partaking in over the next couple of months, but we got a race pretty much every weekend as it's going right now. So we'll see what happens with that, what happens with schedules. Part of it was just because, like, Wes could only race one day. Like, trying to get everyone together to race is a lot more difficult. Like, where professional IRL racers can just kind of, like, they're there for the whole thing no matter what. It's a lot more difficult to get people from our crew together to do a race like that. But it is what it is. Come on, man. Mr. Subi. Got places to be. Thank you. We will make our turn in right here. Just like that. And make our way down. Take it nice and slow because people are coming out of this parking lot, it looks like. I don't want to hit nobody. Alright, so the question is, do I go to the right and then come around, which I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go this way, come around and back in left. I think that's the way I'll feel the most comfortable with Track IR. I don't know actually where I'm dropping it. I realize now it might have just been a pull-in and drop. So I might need to do a U-turn here. Which I do in fact need to do another U-turn. So rest in pepperonis. I thought it was going to be a back-in job. I almost always get those now. I am more than okay with an easy drop-off today, if I'm honest with you. So we will spin this thing around, get it dropped off for the day. Just like that. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to turn my beacons off. Just because we are on the lot, and we'll be parking up in 2 seconds. Normally I wouldn't until we were fully stopped, but it is what it is. But we will pull up just like this to finish off our delivery for the day. And just like that, that is it for me today. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. If you did enjoy it, do consider leaving a like and or subscribing. And I will see you guys on the next trip. Peace.